Hello, it's Em, the beginner crafter. Welcome to another FlossTube video, and actually it's the last FlossTube video of 2020 because next week it's crochet and craft tube time, and then it's the new year 2021. So this is the last FlossTube of the year, and I have 4 projects this time. The first one is Miranda. With Miranda I made quite a few stitches, so there is quite nice progress on it, but still just the sky and nothing but the sky. And I think the third page, which I'm not even in the first half of the second page, but I think the third page is also just the sky. I think later on there is like the head of the woman sitting by the sea, but for now it's just the sky and the different shades of the sky, clouds from time to time, but in general it's just the sky. So quite a lot of work, quite a lot of progress, but you don't see much change in what I'm doing, so it may not be as fascinating as some other projects, like, for example, the fairy. And with the fairy, I finished the bow and the ribbon in here, and same in here, and in her waist, and I've moved on to her hair. So it is quite some progress, even though there's less stitches and fewer stitches made. You can see just more of details and the change in the project. Also, there's in general fewer stitches here, so every stitch makes a bigger difference, but in here you just see a lot of detail getting added. So I'm done with the bottom part of the skirt. The only details, as far as I remember, is just the tree branches, butterflies, and just flora and fauna in general. So now I have to do her hair and her wings. That's what I would like to do next, but we'll see where the mood takes me and what actually will happen to the fairy. But I'm glad I took it from my stash, because it's been a while since I worked on it, and it's nice to see the progress in it, that it all starts really taking shape. Another project is the mini Marvellous Garden, and there is a lot of detail here added, because here it's again the sky, so you sometimes see the different shades of blue, beige, grey, something like that, but here it's the peacock. This is the head of the peacock, and this will be the shape of it. This is the edge of the first page, so I'll be going downwards now. There are some stitches missing here because they are confetti stitches, so I haven't really done them yet, and I'll guess I'll be doing them when I move on to the second page, because this will be the head of the bird, so the colors may repeat there. I did, however, do some of the stitches that I haven't done last time, when I said that I lost the thread. I found it, and it was where it was supposed to be, in the box, in the organizing box that I have for my threads. It was sitting in its place, just, quietly. So I guess I hadn't noticed it then, and now I have, so there are some stitches done in here. I like the fact that here you can see more progress. You can see earlier the details of the picture, but again, this is a mini picture, so there are much fewer stitches than in Miranda. They are both Heaven and Earth designs, full coverage, and for both of them I use the Pattern Keeper app, which shows me where I should stitch, and it shows me how many stitches I've done as well. And in this one I'm in about 4.5% of the whole picture. With Miranda, with lots more stitches done. Let me show you to compare. With Miranda, I'm like 5-something% done. So there is a, you know, much more noticeable difference in there. So this one can be a bit more fun at times because you just see the progress again much faster. And the last project that I've done is the Virgo. And actually, a few FlossTubes ago, I said that I want Miranda to be my focus WIP, my focus full coverage picture next year, but I'm wondering if maybe I shouldn't actually do it with the Virgo, because I'm not yet in the half, as far as I can tell. That's the next row, this one, and here. So I'll have to have a look how many stitches I actually did this year in my all of my pictures. Actually, I can take a look. Yeah, so I did about 40,000 stitches throughout the year. Maybe a bit more that I haven't included in my count for some reason, but 40,000. Okay, let's even say 45,000. 45,000 in all of the WIPs that I have, or had, because I managed to finish them this year. If I remember correctly, each page is 1, 2, 3, 4, 100, 800, 100, no, 1200, 1600, 2000, 2400 stitches, something like that. So 2400 stitches, 2400 per page. I have 10 pages and a bit. So it's about, if my math's correct, which it may not be, but it should be something in total about 15, maybe 16,000 stitches. I will stitch on this year still, so I might finish this page. But with 20,000 stitches, well, no, 16,000 stitches. When I've done 45 in total in all my WIPs, maybe it would be a good idea to make this my focus WIP, to actually finish it next year, because it just maybe, you know, it may be that I will not be able to finish it next year, because my reasoning for choosing Miranda was that if I focus on this throughout the year, and for most of the challenges, for example, on the School of Magical Stitches, I will do those stitches, I will be done with it. Then in some of the question and answer threads, they said that you shouldn't be more than 70% in your WIP. And if you're not, it should last you throughout the year. So I'm not really in half yet. So I have to think about it. I still have a week and a half to think about it because I need to like declare the WIP before the end of this year. So I'll see how many stitches I'll do throughout this week, and then make a decision if this will be my declared WIP and my focus WIP to just have a nice finish next year, because I will not finish Miranda next year. That's absolutely a given. As far as I remember, in Miranda I have in total, so I've done 11,660 stitches, 66 stitches on Miranda. So 11,000 is 5%. So even if I did 40 something thousand, I would get to 20. So I'm sure that I will not finish Miranda next year. Whatever happens, I just won't be able to do as many stitches. At least I don't think so. I mean, I can do more because of the pandemic. So I don't waste as much time going to work, for example, because I do it online. So I have more time to work on stitching or crafting. But I don't think I would be able to do many more stitches. So Miranda will definitely not be a finish. So maybe I should focus on the Virgo and actually have a finish next year. That's something to figure out. That's something to think about during Christmas. So yeah, these are my 4 projects that I worked on, and I made some progress in the last 2 weeks. Here they are. You can see what I've worked on. And as usual, if you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. It's always appreciated. If you like watching my progress doing cross-stitching or other crafts, consider subscribing to my channel. I post every week, although after the new year there may be some changes to the posting schedule, but I'll talk about that in 2 weeks' time. Yeah, consider subscribing if you want to know what's going on with my WIPs. And thank you for watching, and hopefully see you next time. Bye!